Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys, and welcome back to another Ayreon reaction on this channel. This time around, I picked the song The Castle Hall because I pointed out a couple times I would like to see Ayreon? I think that was the correct way. You guys corrected me to pronounce his name. I hope I did it right this time. That I want to see him play live on stage and see what it's kind of the whole thing is all about. And you guys also kind of give me a little bit more background of why he's the mastermind behind the scenes rather than me in the band playing on every single song. So far, I would say 95% of everything I heard from this band I think is quite interesting and just well made. So I want to jump into it and see what this one's particularly like, and I want to see him play live. All right, that's all I really have for in terms of expectations.
At last, we enter the electric castle. Here in this vast hall, where even shadows fear the light. Here.
By the way, when I made fun of this costume in the last reaction that I did, it didn't mean I didn't like it. I actually quite like the cheesy outfit, whether it's for the story, whether it's for a specific character. I love all that kind of stuff. I eat it up.
You must confront your past. If you have killed, beware the gathering of spirits, for they do fish for men. For here, the disembodied astral world becomes flesh once more. I pity the men of swords, for here, blood runs cold.
I love that he's getting into the character and is really reading it with emotion. So far, great beginning. Great live footage. I love the electric keyboard.
Cries from the grave resound in my ears. Hail from beyond my darkest fears. Faces of the past are etched in my brain. The women I've raped, the men I've slain.
I like his voice. He has a unique sounding voice, and again, I really enjoy when they really get into the character and really trying to personify it. And the electric kind of electronic keyboard building up that synth sound. Oh, it sounds so good. It really builds up the mood. Kind of give me a little goosebumps here.
Shades of the dead are sliding on the wall. Demons dance in the castle.
I call upon the sword, the mighty Excalibur. Grant me the skill to fulfill my quest. I call upon my king, the knights of the triple round. Grant me the courage to stand to this test. I call upon the seer, Merlin the sorcerer. Grant me the magic to end my pain. Call upon the spirit that lives in the noble heart. Grant me the passion that's within my veins.
Wait a minute. You guys pointed out that Floor's sister was in the back singing, and I'm like, oh, that's just this Floor Jansen in the background. Is that the sister? She has a twin sister? That's what it looks like at the very least. You know, she's just a slightly bigger woman with less tattoos, but it looks just like Floor, unless I'm absolutely mistaken.
Days of the dead are striking on the wall. Demons dance in the castle hall.
This is really reminding me of old school Sabotage and the Trans-Siberian Orchestra that the one of the Olivia brothers, I think, right? He formed Trans-Siberian Orchestra. It reminds me of that blend of music, just a little bit with more metal infused in here. And I quite like the song. I actually like the synth with, I would say it's very classic rock, kind of traditional metal infused. It's different from the other songs I've heard. And it's actually, I would say, one of the better ones I've heard so far. So I'm just enjoying it. Yeah, I'm gonna be stopping a lot on this video, like, cause especially at the end. There's one thing that does seem slightly out of place for me, and it's a personal taste. I mean, with repeat listens, this will change. But something that kind of struck me right away is the flute. I think the flute itself, the way he's playing it, and the way it sounds, it does sound nice. I don't have any gripes with it from that perspective, but it feels a little bit out of place with the song. Like he wanted to put something different in the song, almost for the sake of putting something different. It's he didn't know how else. Maybe perhaps I'm just guessing. To differentiate the song from others, and it just feels weird. It feels almost like if anybody ever seen Kill Bill, and then in the middle of the movie, to explain the backstory of Lucy Liu's character, there's an anime, Japanese anime. Was the Japanese anime done well? Extremely well. Even had a good story to it. But it's like, why would you randomly... I didn't like that in the Kill Bill. It's like, why would you randomly put an anime in the movie unless it's just to be like flexing how cool you can be? Like, it felt very out of place. And I'm feeling a little bit of the same with only this element, because I think actually the voices here, the different vocals really add really different layers to the song. And the song has enough complexity and at the same time hook and simplicity to really kind of be a song you could get into very easily. I think the main two vocalists are really doing a good job. The backup vocal, like everything else is on point. So I really don't have issues with that. Ayreon, surprisingly, just playing rhythm guitar and leaving it to the other guitarists to play the lead, which is interesting if you come out only for a couple songs. Again, perhaps I've heard in the beginnings some of the comments you guys told me that he does have stage fright, and somebody said it's not stage fright. You don't know what to believe, what's accurate, what's not accurate. But it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, he still came out and he has the right energy. It's nice to see him. The flute with the violin was really nice. That I gotta admit. I'll take my words back there. And the coolest part of this whole thing is he's become a conduit to bring together great musicians that otherwise would not collaborate with one another just because of logistics, and also playing live concerts. I think the concept is really cool. It's such a nice way. I've mentioned this also with um, Annihilator's Jeff Waters does the same thing. He just collaborates with a lot of people. Max Cavalera. They really like to collaborate with other people, but this is like on another level. And I think just the idea for the project is fantastic. Thank you for this recommendation. This was a good one. Now, I would like to see if you guys can recommend me perhaps the heaviest song from Ayreon you can think of. What was the heaviest, fastest song you can think of? And I'll try to react to that next. And guys, also make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. And if you enjoy these kinds of reactions where I kind of talk about the feelings and what I like, what I dislike, in my own personal analysis, subscribe to more, because I have a lot of Ayreon reactions already. Nightwish, Epica, and what it may be. I have a whole playlist kind of created. And guys, take care of yourselves. Enjoy your day. Keep it metal.